What's up, y'all? It's your boy Niner Faithful. I'm not even gonna ask, baby. I know everyone is having a fucking legendary day. Woo! That was an ass whooping. Historic ass whooping, baby. You know what? I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I was in such a great mood. We finna smoke a blunt on the show. That's what happens when the Niners blow out the Niners or the Cry Girls more than any other fucking team in Niner history. Like, oh god, we got a lot to get to. Of course, before we get started today, help out Niner Faithful Radio by using our shop4united.com affiliate link. Link is in the description of the podcast and video. If I can find the next slide. Okay. Go to StreetGiant.com. Use the promo code Niner Faithful Radio to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting tickets, as well as help out the show. Make sure to catch Jason and I for our weekly news wrap. We're special. I'll let Jason explain it more often, but we will be going live at 7 p.m. I'm not gonna steal Jason's thunder to go ahead and break down the rest of the week and preview Niners Browns. To see everywhere you can subscribe, go ahead and visit NinerFaithfulRadio.com/subscribe. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr at Niner Faithful Radio, and Twitter at Niner Faithful R. Join us game day. I'll probably be going live with the pregame, probably like 7 a.m. Jason will do halftime, and Jamie will do your post-game show. And, of course, listen to the end of the show to get your special 20% off coupon code for the Faithful by the Faithful Season 3 apparel. Ladies and gentlemen, faithful of all ages, Cry Girl haters everywhere. Let's get the show cracking.
Rice has just set a Super Bowl record with 12 catches. He's in motion. Montana, touchdown, John Taylor.
What's cracking, Jason? How you doing, bro?
What's good, my man? How is it going?
Oh shit, bro! I'm not even gonna say it, bro. Like we all know how we're all doing today. I pretty much said it every week on this show, but I think now it goes pretty much without saying. That was an ass whooping, bro.
That it was. I mean, in no other world, or there's no other way to describe it except an ass whooping.
Like, it almost felt like we broke their spirit. Like, my favorite meme of the week so far is that lead that you said that you had on the page of Dak Prescott, and it says, "If fuck this job was a person."
That was one of the better ones. I ain't gonna lie.
You know, and the thing that makes this so great is that we, like, I remember Bubby and I, before she dropped me off to the stadium, we went and ran some errands. And we were at Dollar Tree, and the guy was like, "Oh, hey, how's your Friday going or Sunday going and everything like that? You know, what do you guys got planned or whatever?" And he sits there, and there you go, like that look right there, bro. You boys got to hit the blood to that look right there. So, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's right." The Niners, or Bubby was like, "Yeah, I'm getting ready to drop Bubby off at Levi's," and he goes, "Oh, that's right." It's Niners Cowboys. You know, big rivalry, old school football and everything. And you could tell this dude really didn't watch football like that and everything like that. But my girl was even like, "Damn, you know that's legit." Basically, she was like, "Damn, babe, you know it's legit." When people who don't even watch football or whatever are like, "Yeah, this is a big rivalry."
Yeah. I mean, there's not many rivalries in all of sports in general. I mean, in the NFL, there's probably a couple, like, Packers, Bears. That's an old school one.
Yeah.
Us and the Giants. Cowboys, Eagles, the whole NFC East kind of thing. Like I said, there's some good hockey rivalries out there, some baseball rivalries, but so
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably a top 5 all-time rivalry in the league.
I mean, when you talk about pretty much throughout, hey, bro, leaving the stadium, I was just like, hold up, they them girls, hold up. I was thinking, Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Don't let them play for these sorry fucks. I mean, I even had Cry Girl fans last one at all the songs I was coming up with.
Here is my personal favorite one.
Okay, I got to see this one. Yeah, I saw when you posted that. That was just every Niner fan going to work on fucking, like, if we could have thought bubbles, it would literally just been that. Like,
So one of my drivers is a big Cowboys fan, and he tried his damnedest. He called one of the dispatchers. He's like, "Hey, Hannah, can you bring my paperwork out? I don't want to deal with Jason." She was like, "Why? What's going on?" I was like, "He's like, we lost last night. I don't want to hear his shit." So he literally tried to call in and said, because all the drivers have to come to me and get their paperwork. Yeah. And he wanted none of it. He was like, "I don't want any of that smoke." He's like, "I don't want to deal with that shit."
Smoke to that day.
And he wasn't even that. He didn't even talk that much shit. Like, he's cool about it and everything like that. He's just like, I know he's gonna be fucking insufferable today.
It's like, I looked at this Cry Girl fan, and he was cool. He was cool and everything like that. And he was like, "Hey, good game, y'all. Y'all deserve it. All that type of things and everything like that." And I said, "Look, bro, I would tell you what I tell almost every team that we play when we win and everything. Like, it's not nothing personal. Like, hey, we had to whoop somebody's ass today. Might as well be y'all. But I'd be lying if I told you this wasn't personal." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no Niner fan in their worth their salt did not, like, enjoy that and would not take, that loss personal. I mean, we all have, fortunately at work, nobody fucks with football like that at my work. I mean, my boss is like, she says she's a Niner fan, but like, okay, I'll have to see you actually watch some football to believe that. But so I didn't necessarily have anybody to talk shit. I mean, my cousin called me a couple of times last night, but I'm not talking to him on a different level. But
hold on, we gotta do something for David here. We already know what to do for him.
We gotta do that every time.
Everybody by the way, shows up.
Has Beto come in to the chat yet? Hold on, let me see if Beto's here yet.
No, I haven't seen Beto show up yet.
So Beto asked me on the pregame. He was like, "Brother, what jersey should I wear?" And I told him to wear the Kittle. So I got not some words like that for Beto, but
we did shout out to you for that one. He did get you on that one. He's like, "Yeah, DJ told me to wear it. I wore it."
He told me he was going to give me a shout out on the show and everything, but I want to be like, bro, you got every time you got to watch the pregame now, I got to pick your jersey, right? Like we can't fuck with this, bro. I wore my Warner jersey. We're just getting out. Let's get right into it, Jason. Kittle Corn MVP of the week is, and yes, I had to specifically pick that shirt. The man is a fucking legend. George Kittle, I mean, on his okay, so am I mistaken? Was game day his birthday?
No, his birthday was yesterday, from what I understand.
Okay. I didn't know if it was specifically. I wanted to make sure I got that right. I mean, the 3 touchdowns against the Cry Girls, the catch.
We'll get there.
We'll get there, bro. We'll get there. To me, look, I have not been shy about hiding the fact that I believe George Kittle will finish his career in Nashville. But the longer time goes on, the more I just say, please, George, whatever. And with this restructure, it seems more and more he will spend his career with the Niners. But
yeah,
it's things like this. Like, obviously, George Kittle's not what he was in 2018 as far as our number one threat and everything. Shit, the reason you can say he went off for 3 touchdowns was the fact that, teams are clearly, targeting CMC. They're clearly targeting Debo, BA. Like, Kittle is the last the last line of that they're worried about. But it's the fact that he wore that shirt and came out and specifically said, yes, this was a shout out to Gary Plummer in 94. I'm wearing this because I'm a Niner, and it's
and I'm a troll.
and I'm an internet troll. Like, this is what I do. Like, I'm a lightweight internet troll. And yeah, I did that. Like, George Kittle don't ever change. Like, I did not see it at the game. I didn't see that he wore it. I saw it from our SF Niners account, I believe their Twitter account. And I was
think
like,
he was one of the first people I saw. I thought it was a freaking I thought it was a shot.
Yeah, I thought it was a photo shot. I was like,
it was a shot.
And then I looked up online, and it showed Kittle going like this and waving it and everything like that. Yeah. I was like, I immediately sent it to my girl, sent it to y'all, and I was like, babe, this man is a fucking legend. Like,
yeah, like he not only like he understands football, he also understands playing it up to us fans. Like, he's a showman. This. Yeah, he definitely is a showman. And so. He's out there just having the time of his life, pissing people off, which shit, because if he knew why he wore it, Parsons wouldn't have gone. Like, some people shouldn't be on, everybody can have a podcast, not everybody should have it, but not everyone should have one. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, just stop. You're not even understanding the purpose of this, but whatever.
I mean, whatever. So what? Take it personal, bruh. Take it personal. Because my whole thing about this is we can speak on this now. Like, this show is going to be interesting because we put so much emphasis after Pittsburgh, after the Yams, after the Giants, after Arizona. See where we're at after Cry Girls. See where we're at after the Cry Girls. See where we're at after Week 5. Even leaving the stadium games this year. Everybody's been like, yeah, cool, we won. Yeah, go Niners. Let's see where we're at after the Cry Girls. We'll see. And now that we have essentially that game in 2021, let's be real, they made it closer than it really was. It was 23-7 at one point.
Yeah.
Right? Last year was a legit game. Last year was a legit tight. They could have easily won that game. But after this year, and essentially seeing the fact that all 3 years, thank y'all so much. Make sure to use our affiliate link to get it from the Niners team store. It's essentially been the same way. We've manhandled y'all.
What up, Berto?
Piss off, Dak. Please get out of here. We have manhandled y'all. Y'all can't. Y'all ain't got the offense to handle us, man. Y'all don't have the offense to handle us. And legitimately, there were a lot of points. Yeah, like there were some points they could have got back in that ball game.
Yeah, they had 2 stops after the first touchdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe it was 2, and it was 2 3-and-outs as well.
Yeah, so I mean, and they got one of them that had pretty good field position on it.
They made their plays, but what I saw, Jason, what I saw from Brock was like that perfect example. I forget what drive it was. I want to say it might have been after their first touchdown. We hit that big pass to BA. It's called back for a Burford hold, right? How many times have we seen that derail a drive with Jimmy? Yeah. What does Brock do? The immediate next play, put the most beautiful layered throw. I mean, it must have missed Vander Voss's fingertips by millimeters. Yeah. Right over to BH, Debo, just beautiful pass. I mean, I was more impressed from what I saw with my eyes, not the stats, but what I saw with my eyes from what Brock did on Sunday than what he did against Arizona and the winning.
Oh, for sure.
I was way more impressed with what he did.
He was making reads that vets have a hard time making reads. Just the anticipation. I was watching. Yeah, he was making throws before people were even looking, before they were even in their breaks. I mean, that's not something you typically see out of somebody who has, played 11 games now.
Like it's
like
ridiculous. Everybody. I think the Brock conversation, right now, the best way I could describe the Brock situation is, look, is Brock benefiting from CMC, Debo, et cetera, of course. Like, let's not deny that. But what you just said, the anticipation throws, that ain't a scheme, bro. That ain't, oh, you're playing with BA and Debo, and you're basically playing with the, like, I remember when they announced our defense, the starting defense and everything like that. I said, bro, did they just say the Pro Bowl? Like, I was like, I don't think I was in Hawaii, bro, and they were talking about the Pro Bowl. Like, and so that's something that's Brock. That ain't Kyle. That ain't, oh, you're playing with CMC. That's Brock. Give the man his propers. Quarterback that's benefiting for basically playing with the Pro Bowl team, the NFC Pro Bowl team, yes. But can he be, I don't want to say elite, but can he be looks like I was wrong about that Moody pressure game. I mean, heaven forbid if he missed one of those 6 extra points.
I mean, it's both. Yes, he does benefit from all that. Any quarterback does.
But you see the
how good was Jimmy with these same weapons? You know what I mean? How good could have Trey Lance been? Because, at times, when he had that for the game and a half, granted, a little bit of a monsoon game, all those kind of things, but for some reason, Brock Purdy gets in there, and all of a sudden, everything clicks on a level we just have never seen before. It's like there's fifth gear, and right now we are in overdrive because it's just everything is in sync so good right now.
Like really, what just the whole thing. And it was almost in shock. Like, I was so lost up in the moment Sunday, and just so like we're whooping this shit out of the Cry Girls and singing na 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 na. I mean, I had the whole section singing that when all the Cry Girl fans were leaving, and did an interview on the Facebook page with a man who literally took a Cry Girls jersey off a man, and people were ripping it, stepping on it, spitting on it. I mean, it was just, we were too lit that game. But
I saw one guy actually take off on Cowboys. There's a video of a guy taking off his Cowboys jersey. He's like, I'm done with this shit. And then, I'm assuming it was his friend that just gave him, a CMC jersey. And he's like, I'm never putting another Cowboys jersey on.
It's just, I mean, it was beautiful. The Cry Girl memes. I mean, Faithful, shoot that right into my veins. Shoot those Cry Girl memes right into my veins all week, baby. Y'all have not disappointed.
Yeah, there's been so many, I haven't even had a chance to post them all.
Yes, just shoot it right. I need it right in the shot directly into my veins. But I mean, we have not seen quarterbacking at this level since Steve Young, and I will say it. Not saying he's as great as Steve, not saying that, but I have not. And bro, I mean, I've seen every quarterback. Like, I can tell you, I remember watching every quarterback from Steve Young until Brock Purdy, and I have not seen quarterbacking at this level since Steve Young.
Yeah, I mean, for the 49ers, yeah. I mean, but the only thing that you can say is
specifically for the Niners,
Peyton Manning / Tom Brady style, Drew Brees. So, I mean,
I think he's going to be a more mobile Drew Brees.
Well, yeah, he's a little bit bigger, but I mean, very few quarterbacks get into a zone like this, just in general. And it seems that it's almost like he's getting better. Yeah, he had more incompletions this game, but he looked so much better than, the game before where he went 20 of 21.
Yes, he looked way better this game.
Yeah. And I almost thought at first watching some of those games, excuse me.
Stop. My bad. That's Jason. Brian, stop. You're giving me nightmares, bro. He's naming Niner quarterbacks. You're giving me the fucking go ahead, bro. My bad.
I completely forgot what I was going to say.
You were saying the way that he's just I will say this: we're gonna all give Brock his flowers, but you are going to see those batted balls, bro.
Yeah, there's no way you can.
That's fine.
At his height, it's going to happen. Yeah. Get what, 2?
I mean, one of the most impressive throws I saw was actually an incompletion that Ronnie Bell, which I think Ronnie Bell both literally and figuratively dropped the ball. Though you and I came on the show and said he had a chance to basically take Jauan Jennings' job.
Yeah.
And I don't feel that he stepped up to the plate, but we'll get that a little later. But that was the most impressive throw of the game. How he escaped the pocket, moved out of the pocket, because the Cry Girls were getting pressure this game. You know, the Brock
I think the
didn't
best
have
one was the
clean
touchdown to Kittle.
Yeah, that one was it's just all it was, and that's what we're talking about. You could talk about the scheme, and yeah, you're throwing. I mean, that throw to the razzle dazzle, which I'm going to get to Kyle into this game, because to me, the people who say fire Kyle after, like, not particularly after this game, but like after watching this game, you need to fucking slap yourself, because to me, Kyle Shanahan proved why he's one of the best coaches in the NFL right now. Not because of the razzle dazzle play, because we're all talking shit if it doesn't work. But yeah. I think Kyle, when Dwight came and spoke at halftime, and the Cry Girls ran the score up on us in 2017, I think Kyle took that personally. I think Kyle was embarrassed, because the fact is, look, we don't need to get into what Dwight meant. Okay, we all know what Dwight meant, but you had Dwight Clark basically essentially on his deathbed, coming to say goodbye to the faithful against that team, and to be embarrassed like that, like we were in 2017. Kyle took that personal. I really do. I think the Niners took that. Like, Kittle was on that team. And we all know Kyle talks about the history of the Niners, mostly from his dad. Give the man credit. Mostly from his dad. But Kyle does not shy away from bringing in Steve Young, bringing in Jerry Rice, bringing in Joe Montana if he would show up. You know, I'm pretty sure that Kyle would love to have Brock talk with Joe. You know,
Jesse's there all the time.
This regime has never backed away from, we are embracing our history while looking forward to the future. You know, and let's not forget, Kyle's dad was the OC on those 91, 92, 93 Niner teams. Or, I'm sorry, 92, 93, 94 Niner teams. You know, his dad was the OC the 2 years we lost in the Cry Girls. You think? So
let's
is this team better than the 90s?
Let's finish out the season.
Okay. I mean, I'll give you that.
We got to finish out the season. Let's see how this ends first.
Yeah. I mean, fair enough.
Because, I mean, it's only game 5. Like, and I've already gotten over a whole,
and that's what it feels.
We whooped the Cowboys' ass. I'm ready for Cleveland. So.
Yeah. I got one more day in me, bro. I got one more day in me, just because of how much I truly like my cousin Jay. You don't understand how much shit I heard. And how about them Cowboys? And my grandpa's next door neighbor. It just, bro, like my girl literally told her mom. She was like, "Look, I know TJ's probably going to come home from one of these games in a pissed off mood." My girl says the least she does is she has a little bubble that shows her the score, and she goes, "I always keep that on my phone just so I know how to gauge."
How do I know to deal with him when he gets home?
How do I proceed forward? And she's like, "Look, if I put it to the universe that they do not lose one game this year, it is this game." She goes, "I will not be able to tolerate my fiance after this game." Like, it would have probably been a straight, "Babe, don't talk to me. I'm going straight to fucking bed." But yeah, I mean, it's week 5. Let's be real. We should have whooped the Cry Girls. We're a better team to them. Honestly, you know what, bro? Talk to me after that Eagles game. But I wanted to talk about it, but it's still just too early. And I think Cleveland's going to be a bigger challenge than people think.
Well, I think they have a better defense, but their offense is worse compared to that. And that's saying a lot. Especially because it doesn't look like Deshaun Watson or DTR are going to play right now. It's probably going to end up being PJ Walker.
Honestly, you know what I think it's going to be? I think Cleveland's going to hang around a little bit, you know, and sure, a fumble at the right time, you know, whatever. But and maybe that's how but I got a funny feeling about this one. But
they still don't have Chubb.
Still have Chubb. Still have Myles Garrett. And I was just listening to Haberman. Oh, well, he's out. Could be out. But
Chubb fucked his knee up terribly. Set with week 2, I think is what it was. I'm surprised the man's ever going to play football again, but apparently he is.
The way I look at I was talking about Myles Garrett. If I'm Cleveland's coach, and they were talking about the people basically saying the privately off the air, the team has started to say people are targeting McCaffrey. And
who said that?
Jennifer Lee Chan. Jennifer Lee Chan said that players spoke to her off the record. So she won't say who, but players spoke to her off the record and said that it's starting to go around the locker room that people are talking CMC. You know what, bro? They were fucking ripping his face mask, bro. I will give it to
that. There was quite a few that weren't called. I'll give you that. There was quite a few that weren't.
BA. There was one clear leading with the crown of the helmet that they had against BA that was not called. I saw it as clear as day, Jason. Clear as day. I was like, how is that not leading with the crown of the helmet?
That and the one where CMC was targeted over the middle, which I don't think Brock should have thrown that ball. But
no, I don't think so. That's the one thing that maybe there were a couple of throws that I was like about, and they were just CMC. Clearly, their defensive game plan was we're going to hit CMC. If I'm Cleveland, you know what I say? I say, Myles, do you think Brock could handle getting hit by you 7 times this game? We're gonna stack the box against the run, go all out, sell our soul to stop CMC.
Let him do it. We've proven we can beat him with a short passing game. So
you know what?
Right.
I love it. I love it because Brock's gonna get the ball out.
We'll just throw slants and freaking screens all day.
I think if anything, look, Brock Purdy proved to me that he's tough enough when he suited up against the Seahawks and won us a division.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's the reason I'm getting the white. Beto said he's going to try to shoot it to me. I'm getting the white throwback Brock Purdy jersey because on your first road start to go into that stadium, Jason, Miss Veronica, thank you so much for the pictures and everything and the drink at the Ladies of the Empire dinner last night. I had a blast. Big shout out to the Ladies of the Empire. The dinner was a blast. Got to meet T.Y. McGill and Austin Bryant. Austin Bryant is not as big as you think he is, bro. Austin Bryant kind of looks small. Like I promise you, if you saw him in a room, you would just think he's a kind of buff black guy. You know, you would look at him and say, that's an NFL player. T.Y. McGill is big. You know, but like if you saw Austin Bryant like standing outside the door at a club, you would just assume he's the bouncer. You know, like honestly, he wasn't as big. It was a legendary night, Miss Veronica. So anyway, I want to just real quick, and then I want to get to the defense and everything like that. But Brock has proven to me that I think he can handle any type of game.
Yeah,
I think that you affect Brock Purdy is physically. You know, i.e., I don't know, he had his arm damn near ripped off in the NFC Championship game and couldn't throw the ball more than 5 yards. But
he still tried to come in.
Was still out there. Look, ultimately, I think Brock Purdy he has elite traits. We can't deny it. We cannot deny it. Some of the throws he makes, I mean, have we had a quarterback that can make those? Like, when's the last quarterback that could make those throws? Maybe Jeff Garcia?
Yeah, it's about the last one. Because, I mean, obviously, Jimmy could, but he was so inconsistent. Cap couldn't make all those throws. Cap had an arm, but the touch passes and everything.
The razzle-dazzle touchdown, right? You know, the razzle-dazzle to Kittle's. I want to say it was the second one. Jimmy overthrows that pass, right?
Probably.
I mean, let's be real. Like, how many times have we seen Juice for a walk-in touchdown? And that's the one thing you give about. Sure, it wasn't right in stride and everything like that, but Brock's going to hit that pass more times than not. And
he at least puts it within wingspan.
And as much as we bitched about the 3 throws against the Yams, right? We were critical of that, Jason, but I haven't seen it since.
No.
When's the last
style of football that he plays, it's where you can almost call it very gunslinger because he is taking some chances. Like that one that's BA over the middle, that Vanders, whatever, almost that was, yeah. He that ball honestly probably should not have been thrown. That is I can get this ball there. It's like I said, he plays the gunslinger style of football with how he throws. He just doesn't throw it like someone say like a Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. Some of those guys who could just gun it. Yeah, he doesn't gun it in there. But some of those other places where he puts the ball where no one else can do it. The one the week before, what was BA to the at the side,
the double cover.
He threw it low. Yeah, when he was covered, so he threw it on the inside, or he threw it outside and low. That's still a damn good throw. And you was like, look at it, like, BA was in position to make it, but a lot of wide receivers don't make it. So it's gunslinger, but very low key. Like he has that confidence. Like I can get the ball there, and I'm going to throw it. It's just not your typical where I'm just going to gun it 1,000 miles an hour. Be damned if nobody can even look at it, kind of thing.
I think as long as it doesn't start to deteriorate the team, I think that Kyle would have no problem with Brock being his quarterback the rest of the time. Number one thing, he gets it because he's what Kyle wants, which is I'm gonna get the guy open, hit who I tell you. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it. How many times have he told George, if you do this, you will be open? I mean, we've seen him when he's the ref. We're gonna run this play, and Kyle knows. Get it to the right guy. Don't turn the ball over. And when I'm wrong, make me right. Steve Young said it. That's any coach wants those three things. Any offensive coach wants those three things.
Yeah.
Hit the right guy. Don't turn the ball over. And when I'm wrong, make me right. And Brock can do all those things on a pretty elite level.
I know you want to jump to the defense eventually, but can we give some props to Jordan Mason?
Defense says you have to go up again. What happened? Go ahead. My bad, bro.
I'll say, before we jump over to defense, can we give some props to Jordan Mason?
Beautiful.
About time.
Clearly there was something up with CMC or something was going on, but I have no problem with that. That's what I want Niner football to be. Bring in Jordan Mason after they've dealt with CMC all game, and he's going to do what he's going to do. I think I will give Kyle props of this. I think Kyle was holding some things back for this game. I think.
That razzle dazzle play. Yeah, it was. I think they called it flex 18.
Even Jordan Mason. We hadn't seen that. We hadn't seen that this year. The closer, right? That's what Tim Ryan and Greg Papa, I forget which one officially said it first, but that's what Jordan Mason got the game. Was the last year against the Cry Girls. The last year against the Cry Girls sounds like something Tim Ryan would say. Last year against the Cry Girls, that's when Jordan Mason got that nickname. We had not seen that all year until when? Because I bet you Kyle thought when was the real legit game where Kyle thought that he was going to have to face something legit? I don't think, regardless of what he says publicly, there was no way he had to. There was the only way that he had to feel that Pittsburgh was going to do anything is if TJ Watt destroyed the game.
Yeah.
Right. The Yams, sure, I have respect for the D, but Kyle knows what's up. Clearly, we all know how coaches speak. You don't think and we're going to beat these fuckers for the 9th time. You don't think that's how he's talking in the team meeting and everything like that. Let's be real. Okay, they damn sure didn't respect the Giants. Especially when I bet you Kyle was like, they're going to come with the blitz and we're going to shred them all night. And then damn sure didn't respect the Cardinals. So this is probably the first game he walked into like, we're going to have to do some things, because regardless of what it was, and I think there were some things that snowballed with the Cry Girls, we saw what we did, and we'll move on to the defense. We saw what we did, what I thought we would see. What do good teams, but not quite championship teams do? They beat themselves. What did Micah Parsons say? Micah Parsons was real quick to blame the refs. Well, that's what bad teams do, bro.
He cried all night long.
That's what good teams, who are good teams, good enough teams to get, you're going to beat the bad teams and you're going to get 10 to 12 wins. But the not quite championship teams, as Haberman and Middlecoff, buttoned down organizations. The Cry Girls are not a buttoned down organization. Getting a personal foul penalty, a taunting, which we should have got 30 yards on that penalty because the taunting came after the play was over. So the refs actually fucked us 15 yards. Because that when they got the unnecessary roughness and then they got the taunting, that it should have been a dead ball penalty. And then they should have tacked on an additional 15 yards. That's what not buttoned down.
I don't know if you can do that though.
Yeah, you can. Teams that that's what teams that are good because you got talent, you got good players, but you're not quite championship because you're gonna beat yourselves. And more than what I thought where this game got out of hand and things of that nature is the Cry Girls beat themselves.
They were crying. Like I said, Parsons was crying. There was one I saw where his own player ran into him. I think he was going up against Trent at the time. And then someone ran into the two of them that was a Cowboy. I'm not sure who it was. And they kind of came between the two of them, and it kind of pushed Parsons over. And so he thought that Trent had blocked him in the back, which, no, he wasn't actually touching him at the time. And he instantly just started growing over, just crying. He said, like, dude, that was your own player.
He was pissed because I think what they hyped themselves, because Dak said in his press game, from what I heard, I didn't watch it, but he said, I was confident on the game plan that we had.
I know they were.
So I thought they felt that they were going to come in here and they were going to smack us around. Not necessarily blow us out or whatever like that, but it was going to.
They thought they were going to have somewhat of a fight.
Yeah. And they got dog walked. That's like that dude who chips at your ear the whole time you're walking to a fight or whatever, and then just takes a one to the chin and is out. That's what we did. Defense.
One thing I noticed is, like, before we go over there, why was Parsons on Trent like 95% of the time? What the hell?
I don't understand that either.
What kind of a stupid? And we talked on Friday about how much respect we had for Dan Quinn as a DC.
Yeah.
So why were you letting your best player go against the other player? Wouldn't common sense you put him on the weak side? But for some reasons, they had Parsons lined up over Trent most of the day, and just schematically, that was one of the dumbest things that they could have done. I really wanted to see. I haven't seen anything where why. Like, if anybody's asked Dan Quinn why they had Parsons line up there, but that was just dumb. And good for him. I mean, you got one tackle, no tackles for loss, no pressures, no sacks, and a bunch of crying. That's all we got out of Parsons all night long.
There was the only player I really respect from that game on their defense is Vanderbilt.
Him and DeMarcus Lawrence. I thought DeMarcus Lawrence had a decent game.
Okay. I didn't really watch DeMarcus Lawrence that much, but just because I felt like he was out there, and there were quite a few plays that it was like if that ball was a millimeter lower and everything, he could have had 2 picks, and he could have had it's. So look, if we again, do I think it'll be 42-10? No. But I think that it's ultimately just how I feel about the Yams. It's just a bad matchup, bro.
Yeah, sometimes you can't fix that.
The reason I put the NFC Championship loss to the Yams more on us than I do something magical the Yams did. All right, defensive MVP. I mean, I think there's no other man that you
Nope.
can go with besides the fucking captain, the heart and soul of the. I mean, I saw it in his eyes. I just saw something different in Fred Warner's eyes during pregame, and I was like, I remember just thinking to myself, like, Bam Bam's gonna have himself a game. Like Bam Bam's gonna show everybody why he's the best linebacker in football. If Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw are gonna play like this is. I love Bam Bam. You know this, Jason. I love Bam Bam. I love Dre Greenlaw. I'm a big Dre Greenlaw fan. I was on him in his rookie year. Go check my paperwork when I was writing blogs for Sports Elite, and I was talking about how he was my rookie to watch. You know, ever since I found out he was in a group of them and found out more about him, I said, damn, this Dre Greenlaw is going to be something. I vouch that if we have Robbie Gould, Dre Greenlaw is a legend. Because everybody, you know, besides the clinch by an inch, everybody forgets his pick was what led us to line up for the field goal that we ultimately missed. But it was a Dre Greenlaw pick that he damn near had a pick six on that led us up into the position to kick that field goal. But everybody forgets that because, of course, we lost the game. But if this is the closest we've legitly seen since Patrick Willis and NaVorro Bowman.
You know, I remember that a nickname for the two of them the last couple of days, and I can't come up with it.
I can't come up with that one either.
Like
Law and Order, but like Law and Order, but that just seems overplayed.
Well, that's been a ton of different nicknames, though. There's been tons of different ones for that.
But I'm gonna send you something that I'm gonna try to put on a shirt or something about Brock. That when I saw it, I took a screenshot and I was like, "This is fucking hard." Anyway, there's just what happened. What happened? What do you mean? What happened, Miss Veronica?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that one means. Let us know.
Yeah, please. Because if something happened, the internet should be good.
You're here.
Anyway,
you're laggy at times, but you're still here.
Something's been up with the internet lately. Anyway, we're gonna have to go actually down to Xfinity. Anyway, this is just like that one tackle. I think it was his first tackle of the game or whatever. We basically he could have maybe should have gotten a personal foul. He basically like tackled the dude and then picked him up and suplexed him.
Oh, you're talking Gray? Yeah, that one was like, I was like, oh, there's a flag. As soon as I saw the same flag.
Yeah, I was like, and then I was like, oh, thank God. Fred and Barney. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but
that ain't too bad. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but anyway.
Veronica's saying the stream stopped yet. I think TJ's being a little laggy today, but
are we good?
You're good now, but like I said, occasionally you'll bite out for about 3 or 4 seconds. So
I don't know. Maybe we got to restart the internet.
It's not too. You've been worse. Remember the times we couldn't even do shit. Oh, the good old days.
NFR's come a long way, baby. Anyway,
there was times like, yeah, we're just gonna turn off now.
So, yeah. Look, are we the 21 or 22 defense this year? No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
We are, but we're not. It's a different style of defense. So I think that's the reason, like, even with me looking at it with everything, it's like, it's not as aggressive as it was before, but the results are just as good, if not arguably better right now. I mean, we're just dominating.
But
even with the eye test,
it's so weird. It's so weird because it's like, okay, like, so, I mean, okay, hold on. 49ers scores. Okay.
Oh, when you look that up, the one thing I just got done watching before we started the show was I watched the sounds of the game the 49ers put out every week. And to what you were saying earlier, that you could just see something in Fred, when he was given the team speech and everything like that, you could definitely tell he was a little bit more pumped up. Yeah, he was like, if you can't get up for this game, Sunday Night Football, it's 49ers, it's Cowboys. If you can't get up on this, get the fuck off this team. Is basically what he said. He's like,
Yeah,
if this doesn't get your blood going, nothing will. I don't want you around.
like, and that's just why he has a C on his chest, bro.
Yeah.
That's why it's just he's a foundational piece to this organization. And yeah, Nick Bosa and all that. But if I go back and I think of one of the most important draft picks this organization's made, era, it's probably Fred Warner. Nick Bosa, sure, okay, fine. But
well, Nick Bosa was supposed to be good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nick Bosa is supposed to be okay. So when you look at these scores, 30-7, 30-23, 30-12, 35-16, and 42-10, that's not a lot of points.
No.
And so, like you said, the results, I don't even know the total right now. What, 7, 30, 42, 58, 68 points in 5 games. It's a little over 12 points a game.
Yeah. That's damn good margin.
That's intense, bro.
It's just not as flashy as it's been in years past.
It hasn't. Okay, I'll give you that. And my thing about it,
the stats show it. The stats are stacking up that this is a damn good defense. It's just not as flashy as it was.
And what's making this difficult for your boy is like with can we go undefeated talk? It's just because I look at this and I say, okay, the Niners are going to give up an average of 23 points. At worst, we gave up 23. Or I basically pointed it down about 12 points is what we're giving out. Worst is 23. I just went watching this offense all year, Jason, all year. Yeah, there's been games it's been prettier than others, but there's no game where you're just like, damn, it was a struggle offensively today. Right?
Yeah.
I trust that this Niners are going to score 2 touchdowns. Like I don't want no smoke of a game where the Niners struggle to score 2 touchdowns. So how does a team that is going to score at least, like you said, fine, I'll give you 3 touchdowns, when statistically there hasn't been a game but fine, I'll give you 21 points. I just find out how hard it is to have a football team lose when an offense is going to give you 21 points at least, and a defense is only going to give up at most 13 on average.
Right now,
how does
the
that
defense
team
is giving
lose?
up 13.6.
Okay, 13.
And the offense is putting up 33.4. So 20 points.
How does that football team lose, Jason? Like how does that, like, that the math don't work out, Brett, for a L? Like, and that's the point.
I am curious what
that's just very hard for me to grasp my head around. Mitch was.
I'm curious what the Eagles are as the only other undefeated team.
Yeah, they are.
Let's see.
And it's been a struggle for them, which, yeah, you could say worries me because they're more battle tested. But I mean, the Niners are one of the most battle tested teams in the NFL. You know what I see, Jason, and KBR keeps on saying this, or Haberman and Middlecoff. They look like a team that's been that close to the championship and just hasn't got it done.
Yeah.
What's up, brother? Good to see you, baby. You know what I'm saying? That literally has been close enough that they could taste that championship and just hasn't got it done. And that's what they look. They just look like a team that says, we ain't fucking around anymore. Because you know why I think the loss was so devastating last year? Because I think they truly felt we have never been this good at quarterback. Like, we got a quarterback that can get it done.
Yeah.
We have a quarterback that can make that throw in 2019 that we believe that can make that throw in 2019. And to have
so for the Eagles, they are giving up 20.8 points a game, and then they're scoring 28.2. So they only have less than an 8-point difference.
Which tells now. Of course, we play them so late, and honestly, truthfully, I'm with you, Jason. Now, especially now that we're in the season, here, because if we play them now, I think we not blow them out, but I think we smoke them. I mean, that's just how it seems like we're playing. And sure, how long can we keep that up and everything like that? But it just feels like they're just taking every game personal. Like every game, like I'm not losing this year. It just I was too young to really.
I was the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. The Chiefs are giving up 16 a game, and they're scoring 25.6. So under 10 still. We're double them.
I mean, like, how's this football team lose? Like, obviously, there's ways to beat ourselves. Like, that's basically what it is. The only way, I will say it here, 522. 10-10-23. The only way our Niners lose a game this year is we beat ourselves.
There you go. So here's the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are giving up 13.6. Now, they're giving up 27 points a game. They are scoring 36.2, but one of those is skewed because they did get that 70-point game.
70 points.
So, we're only, 3.5 points behind them, and we don't have a 70-point game.
That's what I'm saying. I'll take the Niners offense just because what we're doing seems more sustainable than getting a 70-fucking-point game, especially considering what happened to them the week right after. I mean,
they got their asses kicked by the Bills.
Yeah, I mean, knock on wood, please, Mother Mary Joseph. But yeah, I mean, Bryant said it. Beating ourselves or that. That's the only way this football team loses this year. Because it's very clear playing our best football, maybe not even our best football, maybe even with some teams, our B football. You just don't have the power, the punch offensively to outscore.
They got the horses. You got a couple horses.
They got the horses to outscore us, and our defense isn't going to let you outscore us.
Yep.
Like, it's just because, I mean, what other defenses are we going up against than what we just saw? Maybe the Eagles.
Cleveland got a good defense.
Okay.
Cincinnati's defenses can be kind of good.
I'm glad that this game's that game's at home.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right. Matter of fact, that's actually the next home game. Funny enough. All right. Anything else, Jason? Final thoughts?
Man, we had a fun time this weekend.
Yeah.
Me, Brian, Ryan, Corey, who else was in that chat with us that were doing it? David McNiner was there. I know I'm missing somebody else. We all watched the game together. That was fun. I did the halftime report. I don't know if you saw, I got rated by Tom Grossi.
I remember you saying that.
Big ass YouTuber, does some funny ass skits. If you guys haven't seen his stuff, please go do.
Yeah.
He does impersonations like how every team feels and everything like that. Good shit. So I got rated by that. After the game, we all sat there and sang When the Lights Go Out in the City. I don't think anybody actually wants to watch that clip, but I think we'll put it up at some point because we were terrible. I think there was probably dogs barking within this 5-mile radius of my house.
We literally
we changed some of the words so it faced the Niners.
I think I saw the lyrics in the chat.
Yeah, so I mean, there's that. Then last night I did an interview with Josh Putnam. That'll be coming out.
Let you talk about that.
That's coming out on Friday night. He does. I didn't realize he does everything pre-recorded. So, I've got about 10, 12 minutes on there with him during his show. So that was good. And then this Friday, it'll be our first time hosting the NFL Variety Show with all the guys with, Brian Culp, No Border Sports, Corey Davis, Joe Stevens, Bryant, obviously, David McNiner, probably maybe John Jay with the 49ers Ultimate Report will be showing up. There's a litany of people who could be showing up at any point on that. That'll be probably starting at 7. So it's not going to be such a heavy slideshow, more of a panel, but probably going to still be.
I'm excited. I'm fired up. We will try to get the internet issues. I sounded awesome. I was feeling it. Shut the fucking fry. We're really excited about doing that and everything like that. Eventually, I want to get a Niner network going. So we're gonna all have to talk about that probably sometime this offseason and everything and how that looks like. And there's a lot of backstage things that y'all will become privy to that are going on that I've talked with Jason, and Jason shot me ideas and all. There's a lot of shit going on that hopefully will pay a lot of dividends going forward.
There's a lot of stuff going on with us right now. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking at all the stuff I actually do. I'm like, fuck, I need to give up doing something at some point. There's just too much going on.
Yeah. So thanks for reminding me, bro, because I remember you and I talked about it. Active role in the actual show and things like that. So if somebody's interested in being our social media manager, holla at Jason. I'll let you take the lead on that, Brad. You know what I'm saying? You got it. I trust you to pick a good person and all that like that. So I trust you, Brad. Holla at Jason. Y'all already know his contact, and if you reach out to our social media, 99.9% of the time it's him you're contacting anyway. So definitely bring some whiskey.
I'm a little alcoholed out this one, so I think I'm just gonna do like some seltzers this week. I know it's a little pain in the ass, but I'm a little the hangovers have been a little rough the last few weeks. So, I got some
mystery whiskey. Maybe I'll bust that out. We'll try a drink of that.
Mystery whiskey just sounds terrible.
I might try a little bit before just to kind of see like, do I want to drink this on air? Like, but yeah, like, we'll see what's up. I'll bring something though. Maybe I'll do the drink I make my girl. She likes the drink I make her. It's actually pretty good. It's basically a Malibu Sunrise, but I put a little twist on it. But anyway, so we're looking forward to that Friday. Super excited about that. That's 7 p.m. here on the West Coast. Yeah. So we'll be going live 7 p.m. here on the West Coast. I can't think of anything else we had to go through.
No, I think that's everything until the show Friday, and then the stuff on Sunday.
Yeah, I might have to go pick me up. I don't really want to drink all my Dwight Clark one. Honestly, I told myself Super Bowl and 8-7 day and January 10th were the ones I'm only gonna, but I have made a few drinks out of it. But I'm thinking about going.
Someone needs to send me some so I can just let it sit there.
Yeah, right. So hey, Gold Bar, if you want to like totally shoot us some Gold Bar whiskey, that Joe Montana collector one would be pretty dope. Like I promise.
I saw that one. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, I'll do that. Hey, damn sure if you get a Jerry one, bro, you know I'm getting that the day it comes out. Like you get a fucking Jerry.
It's coming at some point.
It's got the goat, baby. Anyway, all right, y'all. Thanks for coming, Jason. We'll talk and I'll see you Friday.
All right, deuce. Everybody, thank you.
All right, thanks, Jason, for coming on. I busted mine out. Which one? The Joe or the catch? While Brian answers that, we're going to go ahead and say, and I hear Bubby coming in right now. Help out Niner Faithful Radio by using our shop49ers.com affiliate link. Link is in the description of the video or podcast. Go ahead and go to SeatGiant.com. Use the promo code Niner Faithful Radio to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out the show. NFR Weekly News Wrap First time we're hosting the NFL Variety Show. Super fired up to do that. 7 p.m. Friday. Please, y'all, be there or be square. Go ahead and go to NinerFaithfulRadio.com/subscribe. You see everywhere you can subscribe to the show. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr at Niner Faithful Radio, and Twitter at Niner Faithful R. Catch me pregame. I'm going to do 8 o'clock game day. We're going to go ahead and do, Jason will do the halftime, and Jamie will do our post game. And your special coupon code for 20% off of season 3 for the Faithful by the Faithful apparel is going to be Beat the Browns. Thank y'all for tuning in so much. We actually got quite a few listeners. Comment chat was going wild today. We got a couple more. Let me go ahead and just make sure we clear the chat. Let me see. I need to go to Costco. Oh, the catch. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, that's the one I've been drinking. I had a good reason. I mean, you got a good reason. You got a good reason. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. This game would have been a good one. Miss Veronica, thank you so much. Great show. Appreciate you. All right, y'all. We shall see y'all Friday. Till then, faith, love, and happiness. Go Niners.
Rice has just set a Super Bowl record with 12 catches. He's in motion. Montana. Touchdown, John Taylor.
See ya.